Did you know that once you've created a new grid, you can always go back and edit the features or customize the features of that grid? It's actually fairly simple. Right from your My Grids in your educator dashboard, you can simply open up a grid, click on the Actions dropdown, select Edit Grid, or click on the pencil icon for Edit Grid. Or, again, right from My Grids, you'll notice to the far right of the name of the grid, you will see that same Actions drop-down box with the option to edit grid, as well as the pencil icon to click to edit the grid. Let's go ahead and click that pencil icon. We're going to edit the school email demo grid. Now, this opens up to the settings of the grid. There are a variety of settings that you can update for your grid. For example, I could change the name of my grid. Let's say I want to use this particular grid now for language arts with my grade 6A class. I'm going to go ahead and make that change to the grid name. Notice that I can also update the flip code. Yes, even once the grid has launched. So right now it is simply a random generated flip code created by Flipgrid, but I want to create a code that my students are going to easily remember. So we're going to call this 6A LA McKee. Now keep in mind that all flip codes are in lowercase letters, and it only accepts letters or numbers. All right, if I wanted to, I could update the grid type, but in this case, I want to leave it set to school email, and I have my email domains entered, so we're ready to move on. Under features, Notify Me is automatically or defaulted to on. This means that for me, the owner of the grid, I will receive email notification when student videos are added to topics inside the grid. I can turn on a feature similar for my students called Grid Followers. If I turn on Grid Followers, my students will receive email notifications when new topics are created and new videos are recorded. I can choose whether I want to allow my students to be able to download the video responses that they create. And a feature that is now automatically defaulted on is captions. With captions defaulted on, videos will display auto-generated captions. Right now the caption language is set to English, but for the benefit of our ELL students, notice that we can choose from a variety of different languages. One of my favorite features that you can adjust is the active state. If you're like me and you like planning ahead, you could always create a grid that you're planning on using maybe in the next few months, but you don't want your students to be able to accidentally stumble across that grid. You can change the active state of the grid to hidden. Hidden grids will not be accessible. You can always come back into these features and turn it on when you're ready for that grid to go live. Finally, we can personalize our grid. So that means the appearance. We can change the banner of our grid. We can choose from a featured banner, and you'll see that Flipgrid has a wide variety of different banners. Or if we like to create our own graphics or have custom graphics for our class, maybe created in an app like Google Drawings, we could go ahead and upload that banner here. Keep in mind that currently the banner must be in JPEG format, and supported images are 1500 pixels by 500 pixels. You will be able to do a little bit of adjusting or cropping, but not much. Okay. Once you've updated all the features and all the settings of your grid, you just simply click Update Grid, and those settings will now be in place.